Hello and welcome to the Races TV once again. Big weekend coming up in racing in Australia. Cox Plate Day on Saturday. Locally we're racing at Morphettville. On Sunday we go racing down at Bordertown. And next Wednesday we're racing at Balaclava. Well, Clare Lindop's had a great start to the season. Clare, you'd be really happy with how the season's unfolded thus far.
Yeah, thank you, Terry. Generally though, I tend to have a pretty good run this time of year in coming to the spring. Lee McDonald, Andrew Will State we ride for, we generally get some better horses in, so it's been good to start off with some nice winners.
I'm sure you're hungry for another premiership as well?
Yeah, I wouldn't go astray. It'd be nice to sort of keep the other ones chasing me for a change.
What about Nearest to Pin? He's been one of the good horses for you in the last couple of months. He's won 4 races this preparation. He certainly earned his chance in Melbourne this weekend. He
certainly has, Terry. I've been really proud of him. I think we've called him in a call where he's just a real genuine trier and he never gives up. He's on pace horse, going to Moonee Valley. He's earned, like I said, he's earned his chance, and it's never easy to win on a big day like a Cox Plate Day. But look, we're excited to be there, and especially with a bit of rain around, we're expecting a good showing. Yeah,
I was going to say that the fact that it looks like there'll be some give in the ground, and the Strathayr surface naturally sort of does have a bit of bite out of the ground as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the track races. Obviously, they're racing Friday and then Saturday as well. But he's proven on a wet track, so I guess that's to our advantage.
What is it about him, the way he fights on and wins by narrow margins? I mean, can you really feel him lifting in the home straight?
Yeah, I think, early days he was quite a horse who was very stirred up. He took fright a lot. I had a barrier accident on him and hurt my shoulder. And ever since then we've had a little bit of trouble with him, but I seem to have got a bouquet with him. And I think he's got a very high cruising pace. I don't necessarily think he has to lead, but I think his best races have been actually when he's been taken on in front, and he always seems to keep finding. And even last up, just beating Psychic Mick, when Simon came up outside of him, I think Simon thought he was going to beat me, and having the horse outside of him actually made mine fight on. So, and he even pricks his ears on the line. He's a bit cheeky like that. So, I think he likes a good fight, and it's exciting that he could always try us. All
right. After that, you can enjoy the rest of Cox Plate Day. What's your tip for the Cox Plate?
Oh, look, I'm cheering for Happy Trails, but we'll see what happens.
Well, from Clare Lindop, we now have a chat to Forrest, who is the newest addition to the riding ranks here in South Australia as far as the females are concerned. And Caitlin, what a start you've had. Tell us about your record so far.
Yeah, it's been a really good start actually. I've had 46 rides for 8 winners, 8 seconds and 5 thirds or something like that. So it's been a great start.
And you come from a real family background as far as racing is concerned. Can you tell us about that background?
Yeah, Mum was a jockey and she had a trainer's licence and she's just got it back. And Dad and Pot were right into the harness horses, and Dad was SA's leading young driver, young reinsman, and Pot was a trainer and driver as well. Yeah,
so your Pop was Barry Forrest. He would be well known for those out there that follow the harness racing. And as you said, your dad, Darren, he was a very bright young reinsman there back in his day.
Yeah, he was. He likes to tell everyone that he was pretty good, but no, he was. I've watched a few of his tapes and he's probably the best young reinsman.
And you had some experience yourself driving the harness horses there for a while, and I think you actually competed in an Inter-Dominion?
Yeah, I competed in 2. I had a little pony called Let's Go Barbie. She was a little grey, probably about 12 to 13 hands little pony, and she was awesome. She was in her late 30s when I was driving her, so she was been there, done that.
All right, and which Inter-Dominions did you compete in?
I went to Sydney and I did the last one in Adelaide.
All right, so on the old Harold Park track in Sydney and at Globe Derby Park as well. And Caitlin, what about your apprenticeship? How did that come about, and tell us about your master?
Yeah, I'm apprenticed to Trevor Danzy at Morphettville, and I was originally with Sam Kavanagh, but then when Sam decided he was going to move, I wasn't indentured or anything to him, but I was just going to I did my jump out through him. And as soon as he said he was moving, I didn't see any point in hanging around and just moving from one master to another. So I spoke to Trev and he was happy enough to take me on, and that's the rest.
One of your big highlights so far must have been winning on Reg Magnet on Balaclava Cup Day for Will Clarkin.
Yeah, he's such a great little horse. He tries so hard, and it was just got to thank Will and the owners just for putting me on him and having the trust in me to do it, 4 kilo claimer on Ballot Cup Day, and he was good enough to get the job done.
All right, well, it's been a terrific start, Caitlin. Let's hope the ball keeps rolling for you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much.
So thank you to both Clare Lindop and Forrest for joining us on the program this week. Let's have a look at some of the races coming up on the weekend. Firstly, at Morphettville, we'll have a look at race number 2. This is the next leg as far as the Stayers Series is concerned. This one, the Toll Express handicap. 4th leg of the Spring Stayers Series. As you can see there, the weights are headed by Late Night Drink, Smoke Burner, number 2. They've both been going very well. And the other race we're going to have a look at is race number 6, the One Toyota handicap, heat 4 of the Spring Series for the mares. This time the weight's headed up by Extra Virgin. And Kate's Dream, it ran very well last week, running second. I think it's certainly got a chance. Matthew Nilsson riding. And we should have a look at the Cox Plate. It is the big race on Saturday anywhere in the country. The last race on the program, there it is, race number 10, the Sporting Bet Cox Plate. And we're certainly hoping that Happy Trails can do South Australia proud. We'll see you again next week for the Races TV.
There's nothing like a day at the races.